Hi everybody, this is the video for word problems when you're given slope. So sometimes in word problems you need to figure out what information you're given. Sometimes it's a slope and a y-intercept, the slope and a data point, or perhaps two data points. Once we figure out what's given, we can write the equation. So if we look at that first example, Mr. Kimball receives a $3,000 annual salary increase on the anniversary of his hiring if he receives a satisfactory performance review. His starting salary is $41,250. So we're going to write an equation. So that $3,000 is going to be the slope, and the starting salary is the y-intercept. So we can put this into slope-intercept form where x is years, and then we'll say s is his salary. So salary is equal to $3,000 times the number of years he gets a good performance review, because that's the salary increase, not his actual salary amount. And he started at $41,250, so that's our y-intercept. He didn't start anywhere less than that. So we started there, and then it increased by $3,000 each year from there. Number 2, to sign up for a music class, a registration of $25 is required. After that, you pay $85 for 6 classes. So, write an equation, C for n classes, then use your equation and find for 12 classes. So my cost is going to be equal to my slope times the number of classes plus 25. That $25 is a flat fee. That's your y-intercept. So we have the y-intercept, and then we have 85 for 6 classes, which is the point. The only thing we don't know is the slope. So let's plug in the cost and the number of classes, that 85 and the 6. So now we'll just solve for m. Subtract 25 from both sides, and then divide both sides by 6. So our slope is 10. Now we can write the generic equation. Plug that in for m, keep the 25, and then we can leave c and n as they are. So that's our generic equation. Now we need to find 12 classes, so just plug it in for n. We end up with a cost of $145. Our last one, the cost for 8 gymnastics lessons is $94. The cost for 12 is $138. So write an equation. Right now we have 2 points. So the first thing we need to do is find the slope and then plug it into point-slope form. So since we have 2 points, point-slope form, we have 8, 94, and 12, 138. So I use the lessons as my x value and the cost as my y value. So my slope, take my y2 minus my y1 over x2 minus x1. So I end up getting a slope of 11. Now I get to choose a point. So I'm going to write down the formula first, and now plug in what I know. I'm going to use that first point instead of the second point just because the numbers are smaller, but it really doesn't matter. And then my m value is 11. So fill in what we know, and now I'm going to solve so that I can get y by itself on one side. So use the distributive property, and then add 94 to both sides. So the equation does say use C for cost and L for lessons. I used X and Y, but let's change it so we can use C and L. So C is equal to 11 times the number of lessons plus 6. Now let's find the cost of 5 lessons. Plug in 5 for L and follow the order of operations. We get $61 for the total cost. All right, go ahead and do those 2 U-tries, and that will conclude the video.